"I'm sure you'll find your kind there," my wife said, her eyes glinting over the rim of a champagne flute. Her mother smirked. "That filthy pub across the street suits you better anyway." Laughter rippled around the pristine, white-draped table. Silk dresses, expensive watches, voices soaked in superiority. Every seat at the long, private dinner table was taken, except mine. I smiled. "Maybe I will," I said calmly. And then I stood up. No drama, no final look. Just a nod to the waiter as I stepped out into the August heat. They didn't expect me to actually cross the street and walk into that pub. But I did. And when I reached the door and turned back, I saw their expressions. Frozen. Their laughter silenced. Pale faces, wide eyes. That was the moment I knew I'd never return to that table, or to her world. When I met Leela, I thought she was different. Sharp, independent, brilliant, a woman with a mind of her own. She said she admired my discipline. A corporate litigator with clean lines, quiet living, and zero mess. I was never charming, but I believed in loyalty, respect, commitment. She claimed she valued that too. 16 months later, we were married. Her family disapproved, but she loved their disapproval. She mistook rebellion for love. 6 months into our marriage, I started noticing the shifts. Her phone always face down. Weekend trips to clear her mind. Conversations where I was present, but no longer seen. I tried to ignore it, told myself not to chase ghosts, but ghosts were all that remained. Then came the message. She forgot to log out of her iMessage on the laptop we shared. A notification popped up. Tonight was perfect. He's too dull to notice anyway. From her sister's husband. Yes, him, the same man who toasted us on our wedding day. The same man who sat beside her at that birthday dinner table. The same man whose hand brushed her thigh beneath the linen. I didn't confront her. That was the gift. Instead, I spent the next 64 days dismantling their world. Calmly, surgically, and completely within the bounds of the law. She didn't know I had already moved our savings into a private trust. Quietly, legally. She didn't realize the apartment we lived in was purchased under my name alone. And she never noticed me screenshotting messages, recording whispers, collecting every breadcrumb of betrayal. The final piece? A video I took from the pub window. Her and her brother-in-law slipping into the alley behind the restaurant. Perfect angle. Perfect timing. Then came the no-contest divorce filing. Grounds. Adultery. Supported by irrefutable evidence. My attorney, an old classmate who owed me favors, handled it with surgical precision. Simultaneously, I mailed 2 anonymous packages. One to her father, a man of strict morality and no tolerance for disgrace. One to her sister, filled with everything. Texts, dates, videos. I included an invitation to discuss her husband's business dinners. 3 weeks later, I invited Leela to dinner. Neutral ground. A quiet rooftop bar, cold wine, white plates. She arrived in guilt dressed as confidence. "I was wondering when you'd finally grow a spine," she said with a smirk. I slid a folder across the table. She didn't open it at first. Then she did. Page after page. Photos. Timestamps. Documents. Her face didn't fall. Crumbled. "I didn't want to humiliate you," I said. "That's why I'm doing this in private. You can't prove anything." "I already did." Silence. Then a bitter laugh. "You think this makes you powerful?" "No," I said, sipping my drink. "It makes me free." The fallout began 2 days later. Her sister filed for divorce first, viciously and very publicly. Her father cut off her trust fund. Her mother, who once laughed at my silence, tried calling me. I didn't answer. My firm offered me a transfer to New York. Better clients, quieter life. I accepted. I saw Leela one last time. At the courthouse. She looked small.